Great Debaters Contest is brought to you by Safaricom M-Pesa. The Great Debaters Contest 2016 registration is now open. Teachers or school administrations should register on www.greatdebaterscontest.com/register.
Welcome to the home of intellect and entertainment, the Great Debaters Contest. I am Mariam Bishar.
And I am Austin Yumbok. Our motion today is a cashless economy will lead to a much safer society. We have Lake Naivasha High School versus Annester Boys High. Who will be the victor?
We'll have them take the stage now. First proposer, you have 3 minutes.
Money made man mad. But the code doesn't say God made plastic money and plastic money made man mad. It only specifies it's tangible cash. Good morning, worthy opponents and honorable judges. My name is John Kimani, accompanied by my fellow Lake Naivasha High School students to address the issue at hand. Be it resolved that a cashless society is obviously safer to our economy. We believe that this resolution must stand. I base my opinions on 3 pillars of arguments. But first, I'll make it known to you what a cashless society is. A cashless society is a society whereby we are not going to use tangible cash, where else we are going to use cash that is placed in maybe other devices like credit cards, pay bills, and M-Pesa and debit cards. On to my first point, I'll say that I'll refer you to a country by the name Sweden, a Scandinavian country, whereby it was the first country to process banknotes in the year 1661. But in the past few decades, the country has turned to a cashless society, and up to now, 4 to 5 transactions are made electronic. At a certain time back then, a certain gang of robbers went to steal cash from a bank in Stockholm, but they came out empty-handed since there was no cash to steal. That is safety. To my second opinion, cashless society leads to a health-safer society. With this, you see, this tangible cash. But what if I have a credit card or a debit card? This cash is prone to carry germs and any other bacteria. But if I have a credit card, it's only for me. It's only mine. So there's no way that somebody else is going to take it and maybe contract germs of diseases like tuberculosis, reduction in production of notes and coins. You see, banks and money-producing companies may save a lot of cash by producing only credit cards rather than producing lots of coins and cash. Again, you see, production of cash that is in counterfeit is so expensive. But with the production of credit cards, which counterfeiting may be hard since all of them are electronic, you find that we are in a safer society with the cards and other cashless transaction forms of payment compared to cash-related transactions. I'll leave you with a quote that says that in every debate, truth be the aim, not victory or unjust interest. Thanks.
Opposition, you have 3 minutes for your opening statements.
Allow me to please oppose the motion that states a cashless economy leads to a safer society. Before I go anywhere on this debate, allow me to correct my counterpart here who just showed us a wallet instead of money. Well, a cashless economy is an economy where cash, that is physical cash, is not used as a means of exchange for goods and services. We use credit cards, debit cards. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I'm talking about. This is an ATM card, example of a credit card. You can use to pay for goods and services. This is a 100 Kenya shilling note. It's cash. And this is a 10 shilling coin. It's cash. I can use it to transact business any time of the day, anywhere in the world, in Kenya that is. And if I have the country of that specific country, I use it anywhere I like and when I want it. Let's get that. Well, we've had so many times that robbery do take place, even with ATMs in our pockets and all the other stuffs. And most of the time, these people who rob us forcefully tell us to give them our PIN numbers. We get transactions taking place. Our money is taken away. What will happen? That was the only source. But look at a scenario whereby I have cash. If I have 2,000 Kenya shilling, I can give 1,000 Kenya shilling to my brother for safety. I remain with 1,000. And I'm not likely to be attacked. You see, I have it in my pocket. It's private. And to continue with the debate, in Britain, introduction of magnetic cards, which is a form of a cashless payment mode, is currently more vulnerable to hacking. And soon, the government of Britain might do away with it. And what form are they most likely to seek? Cash. They will still go back to cash. Why? Because it's safe for our society. We shall have few cases of financial insecurities. Get that? Well, being away with cash doesn't mean that all of these things will end. They must continue. If I have my car, it will be stolen. If I have my house, people will break in, take whatever vulnerable thing there is. You see? So it is not cash that is the problem. It is we who are hungry for that somebody else have. It's an evil mind, not the cash. Well, in Sweden, in 2008, they introduced the cashless policy. And believe me, 140,000, this is from Google, Wikipedia, 140,000 cases of hacking were reported. And now the Sweden citizens are hiding their money in their microwaves. Why? They don't want to do away with them. They don't want to depart. They want to remain safe. Purchase what they want. They want that security. Okay? That is what we are fighting for. Let's change the government system if that is the problem. Let's improve security, but let's not blame cash for our own problems. Thank you.
Rebuttals now. Proposition, you have 3 minutes.
You can't get to the top of a mountain with one leg at the bottom. And that's why I stand here to urge you all that you move from the analog era of using cash in hand and move to the digital era of using PayPal's, M-Pesa, the ATM cards, the debit cards, and the credit cards. I'm Masi Mweni, Lake Naivasha High School, located in Naivasha sub-county. Before I start, I have a question to you, my opponent. How many cases have been reported daily? Cases of theft. When you have money, when you have cash in hand, it's easy for thieves to steal. But when you have your ATM, they won't be able because they don't know your PIN number. We all know that our PINs are our secrets. My first view. It strangulates the grey economy. The government will benefit from this in such a manner all credit transfers are recorded. Enhancement of security comes in eventually, since there will be a great deterrent of money launderers and tax evaders. My second view, saving banks saving banks due to the cost incurred on manual processing of cash and the security personnel. My third view, the M-Pesa service owned by the Safaricom company. We all know that the M-Pesa service, its origin is in our country, Kenya. And now it's trending in 4 continents. And these are Asia, Africa, Pacific, and Europe. If it wasn't advantageous, could it be doing so? Thank you.
Opposition will hear your rebuttal. You have 3 minutes as well.
Pesa ni sabuni ya roho. Translated into English, it simply means money is a consolation to the heart. Having the 10,000 bundle of notes in my pocket is more, it gives a feeling of satisfaction other than having it in the banks, because I may be wondering, supposing someone hacks that account, what happens? Okay, in the question that was asked, and she asked that, are we here of theft cases? But mark you, they are after the cards, they'll come in 4, 2 will get you, the others will force you to give them your PIN, they go withdraw the money, then they let you go. Honorable judges, ladies and gentlemen, I strongly want to oppose this motion because people have been defrauded a lot of money through mobile phones. In our Kenyan case, this happens with the inmates. I believe most of you have had maybe an encounter such that you get a text advising you that, you've in the Nakumat mega competitions, you've won 100,000 shillings, someone works with an organization, you've won such amount of money. Then, if this is done by the prisoners, the inmates in Kamiti, what about the computer wizards in our universities? There is also the hacking of bank accounts. When fraudsters get access to the bank computer memories, they are able to transfer large amounts of money from the customer's accounts to his or her own accounts. And for this, I'm going to illustrate with what happened in Kenya last year in May. 2 Nigerian citizens came to Kenya, hacked the World Bank account, and made away with a clean 10 million shillings. Just as they came, they left without a trace. And with the introduction of the credit cards, for instance, I have this NHIF card. I was sick on Monday. I went to Medihill, but what was I told? That my name was not on the list of beneficiaries. So what happens? I should wait until NHIF refreshes the names so that I can be treated. Ladies and gentlemen, will my health wait? Will I still have to wait? I have an ulcer. Will I continue taking the beans so that before NHIF refreshes the list? With the introduction of credit cards, we're also having maybe the cash tellers, the bank tellers, and the supermarket cashiers. They're going to lose our jobs. What are we doing to our societies? We're introducing the thieves of tomorrow. Sacking this guy won't make him go and adopt your policy, but it will make him to go and find and develop other ways of gaining access to your policy. Thank you.
The Great Debaters Contest 2016 registration is now open. Teachers or school administrations should register on www.greatdebaterscontest.com/register. The Great Debaters Contest 2016 registration is now open. Teachers or school administrations should register on www.greatdebaterscontest.com/register.
The proposers have been asked if they can elaborate on how the use of hard cash spreads diseases such as tuberculosis and Ebola. And the opposition have been challenged whether they think that the ratio of hackers to muggers is greater than that of muggers to hackers. They'll be responding now. Proposer number 3, you have 3 minutes.
At first, they'll only dislike what you say. But the more correct you start sounding, then they will dislike you. I like to answer my fellow there in that I have cash and I'm infected with TB, I cough, and then go and hand that money to a shopkeeper. When he catches that money, the TB virus will get through his hands to the bloodstream, and then it will infect the whole body. I guess I'm clearly found there. And then we come to see that these cashless transactions, they will improve our personal accountability. Because one, you will not misuse money in any manner because you won't have it at hand. Still, it has speed. Because when I'm here and someone needs money urgently in Mombasa, I will send the money straight from my bank account to the bank account of the person. Secondly, it has accountability because when it comes to the accountability, you have that I can't withdraw 2.5 million shillings and then get that money and then to take to another account. One, it will be very risky because that's a very large amount of money. Second, it is prone to theft. Third, that money, we don't have that assurance that I will be able to take it from one account to the other. And we have efficiency because I will just I'll just go to the bank or I'll just have to sit at the comfort at my home and I will send you money comfortably. Unlikely whereby I have I have liquid money, meaning I'll have to pay the extra fee from my home to where you are to come and deliver to you the money where you need it. We've come to see that even this cash, these coins, they are very risky because when your child is coming home and asks you for mandazi, you'll just give the child the money. He'll tend to eat that money. One, he's at the risk of swallowing the money. Because children are still children. They will try to tend to experiment everything on themselves. He will see, this is a little 5 shillings. Let me try to swallow it and see if it will reach through my stomach and then come out later. But then you will find the risk of the child swallowing the money because we have chemicals are the most composition of money. Because when that child eats that money contains very many chemicals in it. And it will affect both the parent and the child. Thank you.
Opposition, you have 3 minutes to respond to the audience.
I guess everyone loves to hear some song. Then, if safety was to be a song, I guess most of the people would be dancing to the beat and to the tune of the song. To reply on or to the response of the questions that have been asked, I would like to say the rate of muggers to hackers is high. Yes, I accept that. But then the rate of the loss caused by the hackers to the muggers is higher than them. On to my first point, I would like to say that to sum up on the motion, as the society grows cashless and also the economy, many people, their level of intelligence rises. Okay, I repeat again, the level of intelligence is also high. For example, if you make a mistake, maybe a thief made a mistake and was caught and was released, he'll make sure the next time he'll do something perfect compared to the first one. Like for example, in Europe, they have employed embedded chips system whereby they want to prevent the hackers from hacking bank accounts and other agents and other transfers. But then the question is, how long will this provide our safety? On to my second point, I would like to say, in a case whereby death comes, and you know all of you that death, you can't escape it. So those people who die in an emergency and they don't share their pins to their M-Pesa accounts or their pins to their credit cards, that means that the family, when they are going to claim the money, they don't have any evidence to claim it. So that means it's not beneficial to them. Hence, no safety to such a case. And lastly, to say, most of you, your parents, when they send you to somewhere or to a place, of course they give you some cash, like maybe 500 in case of emergency. Now, can you relate this with your parent giving you his or his credit card? Isn't that logical? No, it's not logical. Because maybe you're going to somewhere like Shags and something happens. When something happens, you don't have to give her, as in most of the people there are not fond of the credit card. But then if you have the cash, it will be easier for you. It has been Robert Mugwa from Annester, boys.
We'll hear final submissions. Lake Naivasha High School, you have the stage. 1 minute.
With the advancement in technology, we'll come to see that in order to have those access codes and command codes, in order to open an account, will be very hard. And with idle money in your pocket, there won't be any multiplication. But then if you have money in the bank, it will help in investments of whereby we will see our country and the other countries going forward. And I would like to urge you, my opponents, to come and join me in the digital world where we don't work with solid cash, because it reduces the stress, because when you're with solid cash in your pocket, you are like, oh my God, what if someone notices and comes and steals from me? But then with a credit card, I can have up to hundreds of billions there and no one will know. Thank you.
Annester, you have the floor. 1 minute.
Honorable judges, ladies and gentlemen, I am Brian Kipto, and I would like to conclude by saying that, as my friend has said, let us wake up and smell the coffee. This cashless mode of safety aren't safe, as they are prone to the hackers and conmen, the loss of money stored in mobile phones and in banks in case the owners die, and being held at ransom and asked to give the credit card and its PIN, failure to which you can be killed. Fraud through mobile phones, which is also prevalent. Thank you.
Annester boys Bahati, I love the fact that you're very organized in your work. You know, I remember 4 things: fraudulent texts, hacking, loss of jobs, unreliable. Those are 4 arguments which are well presented. And I also love the fact that you're the person who made the concluding remarks. That was beautiful. Robert, I didn't get you quite well. There was a problem with your presentation. So to the team, it was a bit of teamwork. Not really 100% teamwork, a bit of it. You can work on that. But to, I think, Brian, it's obvious. Well done.
Lake Naivasha, Mweni, of course you have very good submissions, you know, sometimes when you speak, but however you lose the audience, and you could even tell by the time you're leaving the stage, the audience didn't even notice that you're leaving the stage. That simply means you need to work on your style, okay, on how you come to deliver. So it's good to connect with the audience. Don't be monotonous. John, good points as well, you know, when you even talked about the examples of transferring huge funds, you know, how it cannot be good when you're doing that in hard cash. You wouldn't feel safe at all. However, there are some examples as well that you gave, you know, like the chewing example. We decided to call it a chewing example. We're thinking, this kid chewing what? You know, we can't even get it. We were trying to say maybe even the cards themselves can be even dangerous, you know, because even plastic. So I think we can do better with much more better organization of our points. But so far, I would say congratulations, because this is your first time, and I believe the next time it will be better. Is it? Thank you.
Annester boys Bahati and Lake Naivasha High School. Lake Naivasha High School, you were awarded 62%. Please give them a round of applause. Annester boys Bahati, you were awarded 66%. You are our winners for the debates.
Bravo to both teams for a very spirited debate. Thank you for taking the time to watch, and keep watching the show, of course, for more wonderful debates such as this one. Follow us on all our social media platforms. I have been your host, Mariam Bishar.
And I am Austin Yumbok. Catch you next time.
The Great Debaters Contest 2016 registration is now open. Teachers or school administrations should register on www.greatdebaterscontest.com/register. The Great Debaters Contest was brought to you by Safaricom M-Pesa.